Dancing has been a famous sport. I think the dancing is one of the best sports because it is a way of expressing yourself, relaxing and entertaining. There are different genres to dance as merengue, salsa, reggaeton, hip hop, rap, electronic, among others. I can say that between all of them, hip hop is my favorite genre. Hip hop is a cultural movement that began among urban African Americans and Latino youth in New York in the early 1970s. It all first started in Bronx. Afterwards, hip hop culture has been spread out around the world. The genre most used by nowadays artists like Jennifer Lopez, Neo, Chris Brown, Beyonce is hip hop. But what is the difference of hip hop between others? Well, the difference is first of all in the music. It is not boring at all because it is very rhythmic and contagious. Plus, it is not slow. Secondly, the steps. There is little difference within times in between each step. All of them are very difficult, which requires practice in order to achieve a good dance. As this type of dance is not that easy, I started to get interested in it since I was 11 years old, and it was due to a movie which did involve hip hop moves. I thought it was very interesting learning another type of dance. Therefore, I was more into looking at dances, competitions, going to the States, especially New York, and see the street dance because it is a combination of hip hop and freestyle. But the difference is that when you get a choreography, when you have set it up, you just need to follow it. Whereas freestyle, you are not inventing but creating moves that go according to the beat and time of the music. I strongly believe this helps you to be more creative because you get to hear more carefully the beat of the music, and after several practices, the steps you get to learn, you can start by yourself making some dance. Here in El Salvador, hip hop is not that popular, mainly because it is not our culture type of music or dance, despite the fact hip hop was first danced by Afro Americans and Latin youth. Therefore, there is just one school, academy for hip hop, which does just teach the basic steps and tries to give a clear idea of what this genre is. My motivation within receiving hip hop classes was because I love dancing, and so I was so cheered up to get hip hop as my hobby and practice it my whole life, even though I was thinking about the future and considering the idea of going to the States for university, not letting behind the hip hop. I always dreamed for being in a dance competition because the interesting property of hip hop is that you don't dance to show off just yourself, but you dance with more people, particularly a group of 6 to 10 persons or less. And you should ask, why is needed to dance hip hop? Well, you don't dance it if you don't want to. As I mentioned before, hear carefully to the music. If you are learning as me, focus on each step and where to move the legs at the same time as your arms. The head, the movement of the head gives the style to the dance. The clothing that is used can be normal day clothes as jeans, fleece, a t-shirt, and that can be for girls and boys too. There can be a change if girls want to look tighter, then they can use normal shirt. There are some new shoes that are especially for hip hop, and these are some boots which go up your ankles, or tennis, which also looks good and they're very common. An example could be the Timberland shoes. They have a sportive look and matches with any clothing you put on as long as it's not formal. Furs are included, sweaters, big chains such as bling bling jewelry, belts, shorts, among others. There are various competitions within teenagers for hip hop. Even big organizations, when they are going to start up a business, they open it with hip hop dance groups, which entertain people because it's one of the fashion genre most danced in USA, starting to get more popular in other countries as in Central America. Hip hop is a combination between street dance, and this was due to the fact that in 1970, which was when hip hop was born, not every people could access to the nightclubs, especially Afro Americans. Therefore, They did block parties and started to have DJs, which combines genre of music, creating breaks. And that was the reason for the breakdance to start up, which is similar to the hip hop. Well, kind of. Nowadays, even cheerleaders use hip hop, and due to a high demand of the genre in schools, this dance is very common between boys and girls. The United States have the advantage of promoting this dance to keep teenagers into safe hobbies and not spending their time in useless actions, which will not bring them any good. And also, this has been more and more popular due to a movies. This motivates teenagers as me because despite it is fun and cool, people get interested and try to learn it. I'm the one who has basically born for it, thinking higher possibilities as getting to be part of one of the hip hop dance groups or even creates the interest on teaching this dance to the new generations. Dancing Dancing opens you other possibilities as acting on movies, having TV shows, or even having the chance to be part of an entertaining dancing place. You get rewards in competition, your success is known worldwide when you can receive presents as winning a scholarship, getting to act in a movie if this takes place in a school or a college, or just a nice trophy that remarks your great effort and talent. My experience with it within hip hop is very little. I do just know a few steps, but I don't lose the enthusiasm because I love watching other people dancing and see how they do enjoy it after having practiced it, and I always try to learn some of their moves. I think that the advantage of this genre being part of freestyle is that by doing any coordinated move that goes according to the music, it looks good, and also it is a matter of expressing yourself, of showing everyone what is your passion. You're learning towards the music. Dancing is easy, but it is about loving it. Dancing is so popular wherever you go, parties, nightclubs, group meetings, between others, even though on streets. The majority know how to dance, obviously, with each one's style, and the clue is about enjoying it and finding the rhythm. For some people, dance is just one more sport. For others, it's their life, but for me, it's different. Dancing is expressing myself, a form of transmitting happiness, entertainment, passion, and this being part of my personality. When dancing, you get to be more open-minded, be less shy in front of many people, and finally, it helps communicate with other people who share same or different interests as you.